Okay, so we are recording. So let's think about what we did last week. During last week, we read the story about, it was called Impossible to Train, and we worked on our inferencing skills, right? Where we took what we read in the text and then what our background knowledge was, and we made an inference or a conclusion. What did we determine about that story? Do you remember?
Which one?
Impossible to Train. Remember, there was a dog.
Yeah.
What did we figure out?
That the dog, the people that were, not the people, the talking was just the dogs.
It was the dogs, right? And the whole time we thought that it was the humans talking, but it was the dogs talking.
Because why would you take your dog in the pool?
I know. So today we are going to work more on our inferencing skills. And we're actually going to start off by watching a quick video. I don't know if you've seen it. If you've seen it, let me know. And as the video plays, we're going to try to make some inferences or some guesses about the film. Okay? And let's go over what an inference is real fast. Remember, an inference is a conclusion or an opinion. Your opinion, you know what an opinion is? Something that you think based upon the text or the movie and what you already know. Okay? So we're going to make some inferences, and I made this cute little anchor chart for you real fast that says what I read or what you see plus what you know equals your inference or your conclusion. Does that make sense? Okay. So we are going to just watch this real fast, and as we watch, we're going to use this to take a few little quick jots. Just a few little quick jots about what we're seeing. So in the video, whatever you see that you think is important, you're going to write right here. Okay? And I'm going to guide you what you know, and then based upon what you see and what you already know, we're going to make an inference about the video. Okay? So can you put your legs on your desk, scoot up? Okay. So we're going to make an inference about the short film. So let's go ahead and pull up the film. This is super cute. I don't know if you've seen it. Let's make sure my volume's up. And you tell me, can you see it? Yeah? You might have this. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Okay. Well,
I watched it yesterday.
You watched it yesterday?
Yeah, my brother just pulled it up.
Oh.
And there's a cloud down there. It's black.
Mm-hmm.
And
so
I want to see it.
Okay, so we'll watch it again. But I'm going to pause it at some points, and we're going to talk about it a little bit, right? So, and as we talk, we're going to write. So let's just watch it. So what do you notice about all these clouds?
They're making animals.
They're making animals, right? What kind of animals are they making?
Dogs and cats.
Kind of cute, friendly animals, huh? Cute little baby. So some background knowledge that you might need to know. Do you know what the significance of the stork is? The stork? You know, like the old fairy tale or why so that storks bring babies. Yeah. Right? So that's.
I seen the other movie, remember?
Mm-hmm.
Where the other birds the brother wanted the boy.
Yes. Oh, storks. Yes, I've seen that one too. So that's why they're storks.
Now he got his sister.
Cute. See, they're all happy. What do we notice here? What's the difference between?
They're light and he's dark, and he's down and they're up.
Very good. So I want you to write that under what I see. Is that he's dark and he's also what? And what else did you say?
He's down.
He's below them, isn't he?
Below?
Below. B-E-L O. What do you think it ends with?
W.
W. Very good. So whenever you're reading something or you're watching, think of when you're watching a movie and you see something really dark. What do you know? Like, what do you think that means?
She's not popular.
Maybe not popular. Okay, so under what I know, we're going to put that. Maybe not popular. Maybe sad, right? Whenever you see dark in the movie, it usually means like gloomy or sad, right?
He's sad.
He's sad, huh?
Because the other clouds are better than him.
Yeah, so you are making inferences right now, actually. So you're telling me that because he's a darker color, and from what you know about movies, whenever it's kind of dark, you're making the inference that he's a sad cloud, right? So under inference, I want you to put he's a sad cloud. And maybe because, why do you think he's sad? L-O-U-U-D. So why do you think he's sad? What inference can you make?
Because I seen it. Because he's sad.
Well, I know you've seen it, but just based off of he's dark, so that usually means he's sad. What inference?
And he's
maybe
like he's like no one. Like if he was popular, he would go up in the sky, but he's down and with a different color.
So
and
is he like the other clouds?
No.
So he's what? Different. Huh? So we can make an inference that he's different. There's something unique about him, right?
Is it I?
Yes. Different. However you think.
R.
Okay. N.
Oh no.
That's okay.
ER.
ER. Perfect. That remember we worked on that. ER. E. Then you're going to have another E. Ent. E-N.
I-N.
No, just N. T. Different. Perfect. You've already made an inference and we're not even a minute into it. So let's keep watching. So we made an inference about the cloud.
I know the song. It's from Up.
Does that animal look like the other animals? No.
It's a crocodile.
It's a crocodile. What's different about it?
That it wipes.
Yep. I want you to also notice, real fast, does this stork look different than the other storks?
Yeah, he's all like scratched and hurt.
Yeah, so I want you to write that under what you see. He's scratched, isn't he? He looks hurt.
Yeah, what's his name?
Whatever, you can just say he, or the stork.
That's it.
The, T-H-E, the.
T-H-E.
And stork. Stork. Ork. Oh, perfect. Yes.
The stork is
hurt. Excellent. So you see that the stork is hurt.
Yeah, but the other ones have all their wings and like all like white, and he's like all black and like his hair is all like weird.
Yeah, so he looks different, right? So let's see. You see that the stork looks different. So usually when they look like that,
he was making like dangerous stuff and he's giving.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe that's why it's punching him.
That is a great inference. So you saw that the stork looked different. You know that when they look like this, that he's probably been hurt, right? So your inference is that because of the cloud making different dangerous animals, the stork is getting hurt, right? That's another inference we can make. However you want to put it in your own words.
Wait, what? What did I say?
You told me that because the stork looks hurt, and you know that when they look hurt, something had to have happened to him. So your inference is that because the animals are dangerous, they're beating the stork up.
How do you spell animal?
Animals, I.
Oh.
A-N-I. No, you have it. A-N-I. Moles.
M-O.
A.
O.
Los.
L. O.
S. Animals.
The animals are do I put the N?
Dane. D-A-N.
D-A.
J.
J.
G.
I saw it.
G.
Oh. E-R.
Perfect. Us. O-U-S.
O-U. Dangerous.
Okay. So you're going to say because the animals are dangerous. Perfect. Let's keep watching.
But they're friends.
Why? You're so good at this inferencing. Why do you think they're friends? What do you see that makes you think they're friends?
Because,
What did they just do that made you think they were friends?
that they were laughing and talking.
So you see that they're laughing, so you can put laughing. And what did they do? They
L-A-F.
L-A-U-G.
G.
I know it sounds like an F, doesn't it? H. So that's laugh. Ing. Ing.
E-G.
What is I-N-G?
Oh.
That's perfect. So they're laughing. What did they do when he first showed up? They gave each other a big
Hug
They're
and
hugging. So hug. You can write hug, just bullet points. Perfect. And so because you saw them laughing and hugging, and you know that friends laugh and hug, you can make the inference of what? That they're friends.
Yeah.
Right? Because you know that. You probably have friends that you laugh or that you hug.
Wait, I need the H.
There we
That.
Friends.
Was that their T-H.
They. E.
E-R.
Y. They
What?
are.
Are
Friends.
R-A.
I.
I.
I-E-F-R-I-E.
I-E.
N.
N.
D.
D.
S. Perfect. So you wrote your inference under what I know. That's totally fine. You just draw an arrow. Because you pretty much told me that you don't have to rewrite it. So because you said they're laughing, hugging, and you know that you laugh and hug with your friends, you can make the inference that they're friends, right? Let's keep watching.
Yeah, his fur is going away.
His fur is going away.
And he's scared.
You think that's maybe why he's missing a lot of fur?
Yeah.
Like what you said.
Oh, I know what it is. Look, see?
Yeah, see, you were right. Your inference was correct. He's looking pretty beat up because of the animals.
Why does that animal look nice, but
Is it nice though? What did it do?
it hit him?
It hit him. It's a ram. They headbutt. Do you think the cloud knows that he's different?
Who?
Do you think the sad cloud knows that he's different than the other clouds?
Yeah, he's like, maybe he wants to go somewhere.
Yeah.
what I heard.
Mm-hmm.
You have to be careful with that.
You've got to be careful, right? It's a porcupine. How do you think the cloud feels looking at the stork?
He's like, oh my. He's like, what am I doing?
Yeah. Do you think he feels bad?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we can just talk. You don't have to write it. So you see that his reaction, right?
Yeah,
He looks. He's frowning.
Okay?
Yeah, he's kind of frowning. And so whenever you see frowning, you know that usually means maybe they're feeling sad or bad. So we can infer that the cloud doesn't feel very good, but about giving him the dangerous animals, right? He seems concerned, right?
The next one's a
Oops. Uh-oh.
I think, yeah.
Why do you think the stork keeps looking back up at the bright cloud?
Because they're better.
Because the animals are nicer, right? Uh-oh.
Yeah. Now he's mad.
So you're inferencing that he's mad, right? There's no words. He didn't say, I'm mad. But you saw him get dark in the thunder, and you know
he's sad.
That's a strong emotion. Yeah. He's having strong emotions, isn't he? Why is he sad?
Because his friend left him, but I already know he's coming back. It's gear so he can protect himself.
Yes. That's another inference you made. Wonderful.
Oh no.
So here's a big inference I want us to think about. Why does the stork keep coming back to him?
Because they're friends, and friends don't leave friends behind.
Wonderful. So you saw that he kept coming back, right? And you know that when they're your friend, you help them no matter what, right? So we can infer that that stork cares about his cloud and wants to help him no matter what, right? That was excellent. Did you enjoy that video? I know that you've seen it. You've seen it before, right?
I like it.
Do you see how we watched an entire video with no words, right? There were no words, but we still were able to understand and infer or draw conclusions about what's happening.
I really want to see it again, but I can't.
Yeah, but no, you want to watch it again?
Yeah, it's such a good story.
It is. It's really cute. I really like it. But you see how easy that is to make an inference based off what we see and what we know? So you can do the same thing to reading, right? Sometimes the author wants you to know something, but they're not going to say it. They don't just outright say it. You have to make an inference in order to understand it, right? So we have probably about 5 more minutes left, and I just want to introduce this text to you because we're going to read it on Wednesday. Okay? I think you're going to like the text too. I think you're going to like it. I picked something just for you. So thank you for this. So let's go ahead, and we're going to do the same thing that we did in the video. We're going to do it to the text. But if you notice here, what's the difference?
What I saw.
Rather than what I saw?
It's just
what I read.
What I know.
Yes, so it's the same. What I know and inference. The only words that change is what you saw versus what you read. We're going to do the same thing, okay? So this piece of text is about basketball. Now, I remember when we first met, you told me that you like sports and you like basketball, right? You do like basketball. So it's got a lot of vocabulary that deals with basketball. I'm not quite sure how familiar you are with that. How familiar would you say you are?
Like what?
So, for example, in the text, it says that they huddled. Do you know what it means when your team huddles together?
Like they call them.
They gather, right?
They plan.
They plan. So you do know. You do have some background knowledge. What about the word blurt? When you blurt something out.
Like when and it's like when somebody's talking, you blurt like what's the answer, and they say like it's that.
Yeah. So you're kind of speaking out of turn, right? Or you're just saying it really suddenly. What about? I'm gonna do one more one. Do you know what it means when someone takes possession of the ball?
They're getting ready to shoot or get ready to play.
Yeah, so when they take possession of the ball, they're grabbing the ball.
Yeah, they're trying to take it. So
trying to take the ball,
shoot it.
Right? Do you know what it means for a foul?
No.
A foul means they broke a rule in the game.
Oh.
They got kind of in trouble for breaking a rule in the game. So that's just a little bit of the vocabulary you're going to read. I just want you to have some background knowledge on that, and we'll stop and I'll explain it to you if we're having a little bit of issues there with the vocabulary. Now, this text might be a little difficult, but that's okay. That is okay, because if it gets too difficult, sometimes text can get really hard, and I'll be here to help you, okay? So I want you to look at the title of this text. What's the title?
MVP.
MVP. Do you know what MVP means?
No.
No? Okay. MVP means the most valuable player, right? So let's make a quick inference before we even read the text. So you read what? What words? MVP. MVP. And with clarification, I told you MVP means the most valuable player. Based on what you know about sports, what do you know what the most valuable player is? What could we make an inference about MVP? Yeah. And so I know that you said that you're not sure. MVP is the most valuable player. So that's usually the player on the team that works the hardest.
What's that?
Oh, ignore that. Right? Did you hear me? Most valuable player is that everyone wants to be the MVP, right?
Not the better.
Not the better, but the one who worked the hardest. They receive recognition at the end of the game for being the most valuable player. So we read it. I gave you some background knowledge. What can we make an inference? What do we think this text? What can we infer about this text? What is it going to be about?
Basketball.
Basketball? And what specifically about basketball?
Wait, what?
So we know we're going to have a main character.
Yeah.
Because all stories have a main character.
And the story is maybe going to go wrong, and then it's going to go right, or right, and then wrong.
Mm-hmm. So can we infer that maybe this character is either the MVP or wants to be the MVP or anything like that? Can you make that inference based on the title and what we know what it means?
Maybe the main character wants to be an MVP.
Okay, so that's an inference based on what we read, and you were missing that background knowledge, but I gave it to you. And so we made an inference. So can we write that under here that maybe the character wants to be the MVP? That's an inference we can draw.
Let's say main.
Main. A-I-I-N.
The main
character. C-H-A-R-A. C. T-E-R.
E-R.
Mm-hmm.
Main character.
Once.
W-A.
Mm-hmm. N.
and T. Want, and then the S.
Yep. Wants.
Want
To be
be
what? M.
MVP.
MVP. So it's kind of like a prediction, but we used what we read plus what we know about MVP to draw an inference. Do you see the difference there? Okay, perfect. So on Wednesday, we're going to start reading the text. But do you have any questions?
No.
No? Do you think you better understand what it means to make an inference after watching that video? Yeah, right? So could you sum it up in your own words? If your friend asked, hey, what does it mean to make an inference? What would you tell them?
To talk about it.
To talk about it? Remember, there's two things for an inference. We use what we
See.
or read.
What?
We use what we either saw or read plus what? What we know to make a inference. Perfect. Thank you, Christian.